you've clicked on this video, then I am assuming you have heard the news that ARK 2 is delayed and ARK 1 is being remastered with a new price tag of $50. Unfortunately, with the reveal of ARK Survival Ascended, we will see the death of ARK Survival Evolved, also known as ARK 1. ARK Survival Evolved will be getting its last content drop June 2023. And this will include the creature submission. So we get the creature that we voted on coming to ARK Survival Evolved #1 this June, and that is the last piece of content that we'll get. With the end of the game in sight, a lot of information has been dropped over the latest community crunch. I thought instead of covering the news in my traditional sense, we'll make a video compiling all the news into a bite-sized video so you could just watch this and consume and understand what everything means. For this, I've done a good old-fashioned pros and cons list on if you should buy ARK Survival Ascended, and I'll give my final verdict and thoughts at the end of the video. Before we get started though, I feel like it'd be a good idea to give you some general information before we get to the pros and cons. ARK Survival Ascended, which is basically a remastered ARK Survival Evolved, will be coming out August 2023. Xbox players and PC players will be able to purchase a bundle called the ARK Respawned Bundle. This bundle will include ARK Survival Ascended, the remastered ARK, and ARK 2 for the price of $49.99. Essentially, you'll be getting ARK 2 and the new remastered ARK for the same price. You're basically getting ARK Remastered for free. This bundle will be available 1 year after August the 1st. August the 1st, 2023 to August the 1st, 2024 will be the bundle price. If you don't buy it within that period, ARK Survival Ascended will be a separate purchase from ARK 2, so you'll have to buy each individual game separately. Unfortunately though, for the PlayStation members, you do not have this bundle. You have to buy ARK Survival Ascended for $39.99 and then ARK 2 for the price of $49.99 when it comes out. If you do buy the bundle though, if you're on Xbox or PC, you'll be granted access to the beta of ARK 2 in 2024. With buying ARK Survival Ascended, the remastered version, you'll be getting the base access to the island and survival of the fittest, and also the free DLC maps, which will be scattered out over months or over the year period. This does, however, mean that the DLCs that we've been playing for the last few years are behind a paywall. It's $19.99 to get the expansion passes of Scorched Earth, Aberration, and Extinction. Scorched Earth will be brought out on the release of ARK Survival Ascended. Aberration will be in Q4 2023, and Extinction will be Q1 of 2024. And then for another $19.99, you can buy the Genesis passes. This will give you access to Genesis 1 in Q1 of 2024 and Genesis Part 2 in Q2 of 2024. So essentially, you are going to pay £50 for ARK Survival Ascended, and then you're going to have to pay a further £40 to get all the DLCs. So let's discuss the pros and cons of buying ARK Survival Ascended. We're going to start on a positive note and go with the pros. You're going to be able to play your beloved ARK Survival Evolved in the reimagined and beautiful Unreal Engine 5. There'll be no lie that this game will look beautiful. A few things that will be included in this Unreal Engine 5 update is dynamic water, interactive foliage, and a potential Unreal Engine 5 performance boost. ARK Survival Ascended will be a cross-platform game, which means that you can play on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, all cross-play compatible with Steam-level modding, which means you'll be able to play mods for the first time on console. There are some cons attached to this though, which we'll talk about later. With ARK Survival Ascended, you're going to be getting continuous updates for years to come, as quoted within the community crunch. This will include bug fixes as well as quality of life improvements and future DLC updates. This will essentially expand the lifespan of ARK 1. As we were coming to the end of ARK 1's Survival Evolved, ARK Survival Ascended will have a much bigger lifespan, and we're adding years to the game. Survival of the Fittest will also be included as part of the pack of the main game. So you won't have to download two different games. You'll be able to just click on a menu and load up Survival of the Fittest from ARK Survival Ascended. No separate games, which is really cool. Now, my cons list is a little bit longer, but hear me out. I'm trying to look at this from a neutral position. So I'm trying not to be too negative or too positive, but hear me out on some of the cons. They're making ARK Survival Evolved behind a paywall. What I mean by this is that if you want to enjoy your game, you essentially have to pay for the updated version, the remastered version, just to get your continuous support and updates from now on. There'll be no bug fixes going back to ARK 1. See ARK Survival Evolved after June 2023 as dead. It's just going to be a dead game. All focus will be put on ARK Survival Ascended and ARK 2. So in the way, they're forcing you to upgrade to get new features for the game that you've already played, but it's remastered. When ARK 1 dies in June 2023, all official servers will die with it. You'll be given notice beforehand to get all your creatures off to download onto your single player games or to make your own private servers so you can still use G-Portal, link down below for 10% off, etc. But it does mean that official servers on ARK Survival Evolved will be dead. Holiday events are going to be behind a paywall. From what I have read through the community crunch, they're going to be bringing new exciting features to holiday events on ARK Survival Ascended, but not the ARK Survival Evolved. They're going to be taking advantage of the ARK Survival Ascended's Unreal Engine 5 platform with new and exciting holiday updates. As already discussed, a big con for me is the PlayStation players will not be getting the bundle that essentially gives you ARK Survival Ascended for free as well as ARK 2. I can only assume the reason for this is that ARK 2 has got an exclusivity deal with Microsoft, so Microsoft will be getting it first. They have the sort of the exclusive deal. I can only assume that's why PlayStation users will not get the bundle. Okay, let's get into mods. Yes, cross-platform mods is going to be amazing, but you got to think that a lot of the old mods from ARK Survival Evolved, the developers are no longer making mods. These mods were created and they haven't been updated for months or maybe years, but they just work with ARK Survival Evolved. For these mods to work on ARK Survival Ascended, they will need to be remade and updated for Unreal Engine 5, which means a lot of the mods that you now would use that are no longer in production will not be brought across to the new ARK Survival Ascended. Mods are going to be put behind a premium paywall. I'm going to quote what came out of the community crunch. You can make up your own verdict of what it is. Premium mods reviewed by Overwolf, which is going to be, Overwolf is going to be the provider of making mods cross-platform. That's the service they're using to make mods cross-platform. Premium mods reviewed by Overwolf and Wildcard for quality control and value. Mod authors will optionally be able to specify price points for their mods, with 50% of the price point going to mod authors, which means that 50% will be going to Wildcard. This is necessary to pay the custom infrastructure required for Overwolf to support, administer, and deliver mods to the consoles. So there will be premium mods and mod creators will be able to put a price on their mods, with 50% going to Wildcard, 50% going to the mod creator. Now, for example, I feel like this is a very good positive for mod creators. People that create amazing mods have to rely on donations. So for them to get an official way to get money for the mods that they create for Wildcard is amazing. But the negative is Wildcard's going to take 50% of that mod creator's work. And because there's going to be, the mods are all free at the moment, you download the mod and use it, it's free. Newer mods that have to be paid for won't get downloaded. And I would even argue that a lot of mods that will be behind a paywall, people won't purchase. Therefore, not as many people will be using the mods. So then the creators won't be getting as much money. So at the moment, if people are donating, they might be getting more money for people donating than what they would if people had to pay for the mod up front and chose not to pay for it. Do you see how there's pros and cons there? It's great for mod creators and they do deserve to get paid. It's bad for end users like me and you that want to play mods or want to test mods, but it's going to be put behind a paywall. Yes, Unreal Engine 5 boasts performance increase. But that's not the case for everybody. A lot of PC users that are using old hardware will not be able to take advantage of the Unreal Engine 5 and all the mechanics going into that. So I predict that even though Unreal Engine 5 is going to look beautiful, if you don't have the PC to run it, and I'm going to suggest a 30 series plus, you're not going to take advantage of Unreal Engine 5. And that is a big con, and it is not stated anywhere that you will have performance issues trying to run an Unreal Engine 5 game on older hardware. Okay, you've heard me ramble on about the pros and cons. You can make up your mind from that. There's going to be a few things that I missed. There's a few things I've left out on purpose, but those are the core things that I wanted to bring to your attention. This is my final thoughts on the whole situation. I feel like we're being forced down this route, as if Wildcard are pushing us down this route. It's almost as if they're ending ARK 1. The old game will exist, but it will be forgotten by the devs. They will no longer push out updates. So if you want to enjoy future updates, like the new DLC that's coming out, ARK Survival Ascended, in Q4 2023, so the end of 2023, which I assume is going to be a new modded map, a new unofficial map, then you have to buy the new game. If you're adamant that you want to buy ARK 2, without seeing any gameplay, without having any information apart from a trailer and some concept art, that's all that we've had on ARK 2. If you're willing to put down your money straight away, then I would recommend buying the Respawned bundle, which is for Xbox and PC users, because you're essentially getting ARK Survival Ascended free. You're paying for ARK 2 essentially, and you're getting ARK Survival Ascended for free. You still will have to pay for the DLCs, but the core game of ARK Survival Ascended will be free. But like I said, this is only available for Xbox and PC users. So what about the PlayStation users? Now, I understand that Wildcard have had to put time, money, and effort into remastering ARK Survival Evolved into ARK Survival Ascended. Can they justify the price? PlayStation, it's $39.99. How much work have they actually put into remastering the game? I assume that a lot of the work, like the dynamic water, the foliage that moves, them sort of things are already in ARK 2. I assume that they've made this from scratch for ARK 2 and they're just borrowing it from ARK 2. How many of the other assets are already made for ARK 2 that they're just borrowing? So how much effort has actually gone into remaking everything? It's not like the consumers, me and you, asked for ARK 1 to be killed and then remastered and brought back to the stores as a new price. We didn't ask for that. We asked for ARK 2. That's all we wanted. I feel like at a corporate level, this is a way to keep us distracted. Look at this shiny new ARK Survival Ascended. It's a remastered version of the original game. We'll support it for a few more years, give it a few more of the community updates, like the extra creature votes, DLC maps that have been created by modders. And let's just distract you with the fact that ARK 2 is delayed, while they proceed to take money from us for something that we already own. I feel like, what is the motive behind Wildcard producing ARK Survival Ascended? Is it to give back to the loyal fan base that's been playing it since 2016, 2017, and have allowed Wildcard essentially to grow their business to be able to get these actors, these high-named and high-profiled actors, to go to the animated series, to go and create ARK 2, all these things that have came from the loyal people that play their game? Or is it Wildcard making a profit to try and fund these big ambitions that they have? We all knew ARK 2 was gonna get delayed. We knew it. We know what Wildcard's like with previous stuff. Genesis, for example. We know what Wildcard is. We accept Wildcard. We still play the games because we enjoy the game. But in the process of ARK 2 being delayed, for somehow, instead of just working on ARK 2, they found a way to make ARK Survival Ascended and nuke ARK 1 to make us rebuy ARK 1 remastered. So they've bundled ARK Survival Ascended with ARK 2, where you basically get ARK Survival Ascended for free. I feel like it's a way to boost pre-orders on ARK 2, because you're going to get all these people that are going to buy the bundle because it's a good deal. Essentially, at the core root, you're getting the remastered ARK. Who doesn't want that? It's going to get continuous support and the new ARK 2 for the price of ARK 2. Makes no sense. If you're going to buy the game anyway, buy it. But then their pre-orders go up. So is this just a lucrative way to get more pre-orders? Or are they not that confident in ARK 2? So they feel like ARK 2 is going to miss the mark, maybe. And bundling it with the beloved ARK 1 will just keep the numbers up. As you can see, as we've got further into seeing if you should buy this game, I've progressively got a little bit more aggressive towards Wildcard, just because I'm unsure of the business plan. There would have been people sitting around deciding this, and yes, it's cool. It's cool. ARK Survival Ascended, amazing. It's great that they're remastering the game that we all love. But why are you making us repay for everything? Why am I gonna have to pay $40 to get the DLC maps that I've already played 10 or 15 times? Why can't we just pay a one-off fee to get the new version? You get your money's worth, and we just get everything. Why do we have to buy each thing again? Now, this is the part that you've all been waiting for. We've gone all around this. Should you buy ARK Survival Ascended? We're going to answer this in 3 parts. If you do not own ARK Survival Evolved currently, and you really want it, wait for the ARK Survival Ascended to drop in August 2023. It will be well worth the investment. You'll get the game, it'll be remastered, it will look great, and it will get continuous support for years to come. It's no longer an old game that might die at any second. It is going to be fresh, and it's going to be based on the old game, but you still will be able to have support on it. So wait for that. If you've never played it before, wait for that. You're going to have cross-platform. It's going to be great, okay? It's going to be great. Part 2 of this is if you're a console player. I would say if you really want the benefits of modding and cross-platform, then this could potentially be a decent purchase. I will add to this, if you're a PlayStation user, I would say don't buy it. Why spend £40 on a game that you already own, with another £40 again for the DLCs for a game that you already own on PlayStation, just to get modding and cross-platform? And then you'll have to pay again for ARK 2. On Xbox, though, if you can buy the bundle, buy the bundle. If you know that you want ARK 2 anyway, get the bundle. You get ARK Survival Ascended for free, just without the DLCs, and that will come at a later cost. Final bit is, if you're on PC/Xbox, it's the same answer. PC players, yeah, sure, get it. If you're going to buy ARK 2, get it. You're going to have to pay for mods, potentially. Ultimately, my opinion is, if you can buy the bundle, and you really want ARK 2, and you want to play ARK Survival Evolved with it being supported for another few years, get it. I am a content creator that creates ARK content. Will I be getting? Yes! If I was to continue making ARK Survival Evolved content, I would have to get ARK Survival Ascended bundle. Anyway, that is, should you buy ARK Survival Ascended? General answer is, if you get the bundle and you want ARK 2, buy it. If you're on PlayStation, unless you have money to burn, leave it. Wait for 2024 when ARK 2 comes out. And if by then we find out more information of ARK 2 and realize that it's not going to be that great of the game, you still have time to buy the bundle until August 2024, and it won't cost you that much. So, okay. Anyway, there we go. I'm Beanie. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you haven't, like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Maybe it's ARK, maybe it's not. I don't know nowadays.